Upgrading an old three-handle shower faucet often means choosing between living with an outdated valve or destroying your tile to replace it. A remodel repair plate provides a workaround, allowing you to install a modern single-handle Moen valve directly over the existing holes. Before reaching for your tools, turn off the main water supply and open the lowest faucet in the house to drain the lines completely. By utilizing the existing plumbing footprint, this conversion bypasses the need for expensive masonry work or a full bathroom renovation. Begin by unscrewing the handles and removing the escutcheon plates to expose the internal valve body behind the tile. Use a tubular shower socket wrench to unthread the hot, cold, and diverter stems from the valve body. Because the new valve is larger than the original hardware, use the included template to trace a wider opening on the wall. Trace carefully. The hole must stay within the dimensions of the repair plate to ensure the metal covers the cut edges once installed. Inside the wall, use a mini pipe cutter to detach the hot, cold, and shower riser pipes from the old brass body. With the pipes disconnected, the old valve body can be pulled out through the new opening. Removing the old hardware this way leaves the existing pipes accessible and ready for the new valve without requiring further demolition. Preparation for the new Moen valve requires a few specific steps to ensure the internal components aren't damaged during installation. Pull the retaining clip from the top of the valve and slide the inner cartridge out of the brass housing. If the cartridge is left inside, the heat from the soldering torch will travel through the brass and melt the internal rubber seals. Clean the inside of the valve ports with a wire brush and use a sand cloth to polish the ends of your copper pipes. Apply flux to all cleaned copper surfaces immediately to help the solder bond to the metal. When dry fitting the Street 90 elbows, use pliers to give the circular ends of the fittings a very slight squeeze. Making the copper pipe fittings slightly out of round creates friction, which keeps the elbows from spinning or falling out while you align the valve inside the wall. Protecting the cartridge and securing the dry fits ensures the assembly stays in place once you introduce the torch. Mount the remodel repair plate over the wall opening, positioning it to cover the original three-hole layout. Insert the fluxed copper assembly into the wall and align the new valve with your existing supply lines. Apply heat to the joints. When the copper reaches the correct temperature, the solder melts and flows into the joint, creating a permanent seal. Allow the brass to cool completely to the touch before sliding the cartridge back into the valve and replacing the retaining clip. Slide the Moen escutcheon plate over the valve body to hide the internal plate and the wall opening. Attach the new single handle to the cartridge stem and tighten the set screw on the underside to secure it. Rotate the handle to ensure it turns smoothly from cold to hot without resistance. Waiting for the brass to cool and confirming the handle's movement ensures the internal mechanics are properly seated before you test the water pressure. Now that the hardware is installed, the visual transition from the old system is complete. The original three-handle configuration is replaced by a single handle and a clean metal plate that sits flush against the tile. Turn the main water supply back on and check the connections for any drips before verifying the hot and cold water temperature at the shower head. This process shows that major functional upgrades can be achieved through smart retrofitting, modernizing the shower without the need for a full renovation.